Hey guys, so you guys know that I'm taking human biology right now. It's one of my classes I'm taking right now for my degree in education. And in the beginning of the class, we were told that we were going to see a cadaver. And we just saw it. And I was nervous about it because I've seen bodies at funeral homes. I've seen people that I loved in caskets, unfortunately, but we were told by our teacher that it wouldn't be the same as that, especially since the body's skinned. So I was pretty nervous, but I was also excited because I'm not one of those girls that gets squeamish, I guess is the best word. I don't have a hard time with seeing gross things. I mean, even with horror movies, which I guess kind of relates to this, but I've seen so many horror movies that the blood and death and stuff, it kind of, I've become desensitized to it all. But this was different. I mean, our teacher also told us that it would smell and it would smell like chemicals. And she showed us some videos and and she just told us some things about what to expect and everything, to wear warm clothes or layers. And I for some reason the image that I had in my mind of what I was gonna see was gonna look like a steak, like a raw steak. That's I don't know why, but that's the image that was in my mind. But we went down to this room and there were 3 bodies. There were 3 cadavers in the room. And the first one, at first, I was so nervous. I was so nervous, especially when they got up to the body and they were taking off the tarp. It was just so nerve-wracking, and I was so nervous. And my classmate Hannah, I was kind of nervous that she wasn't going to come to class because she was debating whether to go to class and to see the cadaver. But she has personal reasons as to why she was really antsy about it, and I'm not going to get into that because that's personal. But I was really nervous she wasn't going to come because I was she's my buddy, and I really wanted her to be there. Luckily she went, and she even brought eucalyptus essential oil in case it smelled bad. But the first body, we were told, was a 90-year-old person, or obviously a 90-year-old man, and whatever the ladies call them, the ladies that actually do the skinning and that kind of stuff. It's a bug. But yeah, that lady, she was in the room with us when we were looking at the bodies, and she told us that the 90-year-old body, she double checked it because she couldn't believe it was a 90-year-old body or 90-something-year-old body, because it looked like it was much younger. She guessed 70s or something. So it was in pretty good condition. We had plastic gloves on. I wasn't planning to touch anything actually, because I thought it was gonna be so gross and horrific, and I don't know. But to be honest, I think it definitely wasn't as weird. A fresh body and blood everywhere, or that kind of thing. I feel that would be traumatizing. But this wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. First off, the smell wasn't that bad in the room. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to touch anything, and there was a piece of skin, a big large piece of skin from the 90-year-old guy's body that was on the table too. I kind of wanted to touch it, but I didn't get a chance to. But it was really strange, and it was kind of funny how there were people in the class that I wasn't expecting to get really into it, and they got really into it, and I was okay. I wasn't the parts and stuff. I mostly just touched the chest area and the shoulder area of the guy. And another funny thing was that we were talking about brains with the lady, and she put her hand up like on the guy's head like this, trying to check if the brain was still in there, and we were like, oh my god, that's funny. Kind of, it was funny. But we didn't see brains though. We didn't touch brains. I thought we were going to, but maybe that's not like something we were allowed to do. I don't know. But yeah, it was just really, it was weird. And then the second body was a very muscular woman, probably like in her 50s or 60s or something like that. Very muscular. She had like muscles galore. I was mostly at the feet. I really was honestly more at the feet portion for the last two bodies. That's just what happened. Very muscular. She had tattoos, and they actually had like the skin, like where the tattoos were, like her tattoos, like in plastic baggies. And we touched some of the, like we didn't touch the actual skin, but we touched like the bags, and that was interesting. And one of the pieces actually had hair on it still, which I think a lot of us were surprised by. I was surprised by it too a little bit, but it was just really strange, and she was very muscular, and like I think honestly one of the creepiest parts of the whole one of the creepiest aspects of the whole experience was that like the old guy, the first body had like skin on his like up to here, like there was still skin on the like the hand, and then like the second body there was still like skin like on her feet, like the bottom of her feet had skin on it still. Yeah, it was kind of, and I couldn't help but feel like when I was looking at these bodies that it didn't look real. Like it was hard for me to tell my brain, like I don't know, like part of me, like, you know what I mean, like it was like maybe it's partially because I've seen so many horror movies and I'm just like desensitized to it, and it's hard for my brain to like see a body in that condition and think, oh yeah, that's not like a fake body or that's in a movie. Like, you know, it was just really hard for me to believe that that I was actually looking at an actual like not live, but an actual like dead body. It was crazy. It was weird, but it was weird. And then the third body was, and the first body with the old guy, I guess he had a tumor, and like we were able to touch part of it, and it was squishy. But yeah, but the third body was where we saw a lot of the organs, like the intestines and the liver and the kidneys, and I think I saw a glimpse of the heart. But yeah, and then like that was weird. And I guess the third body had like implants, like boob implants. So we saw that, and that was really strange too. Like it was so mind-blowing. And I was actually thinking about it earlier, and I was just like, I feel like before I saw these cadavers, I already had a concept of how fleeting life is, because I've lost people in my life. I've lost my mother, I've lost other relatives, and you know, when you lose people when you're a teenager, which is how old I was, it really makes you realize how fragile life is. But then when you actually look at a body, you think about like how these people might have taken care of themselves. I mean, some of them probably didn't, but I mean, some of them probably took care of themselves maybe, and they still died from like a tumor, for example, or I think the third body died from cancer, I think too. Like seeing those bodies, it just made me even realize even more strongly that life is so fleeting and so temporary, and that I don't know, it just made me realize like it reminded me of that. And interesting, I definitely probably will never forget seeing those bodies. That's what my teacher said. She said that like the only thing she remembers from college was seeing her first cadaver when she was 18, and I totally can understand that, because I mean, it's really strange to see like bodies like skinned. Like it's really, really, really strange. And I didn't really have any problems with the smell until the third body with all the organs, because that body was like old. It would definitely smell more like chemicals than the other bodies. The other bodies just smelled kind of like, you know, like they didn't smell really that bad. But the third body, like I probably stood by the third body for like less than 10 minutes, and then I left the room because I think I was starting to get a little irritated. My eyes were starting to get a little irritated by the smell. But I mean, I definitely thought that it would smell worse. So, but yeah, it was just okay. As I was saying, my memory card was full. I needed to delete some stuff. But as I was saying, seeing those bodies, it was just, at first, I think certain parts of it were kind of gross, but overall it could have been a lot worse. I definitely was expecting worse, but I was also trying to tell myself, hey, this is an educational experience. I think my friend Hannah, she was telling herself, what was she telling herself? I don't remember what she said. She'll have to, she's gonna watch this video though. I know she's going to. She's really happy. She's really excited to watch this video of mine actually, because she knows I have a channel. But yeah, she'll have to comment and tell me what she was saying, or what she was saying in her mind about it. But like I said, I don't really know like how they skinned them. Like, it looked kind of like, how do I describe it? It just looked like shaving. Not like shaving like your face or legs or whatever, but like shaving, like, I don't know why I want to say like shredding like cheese or grating, not grating cheese, but it kind of like it was chiseled or something, or can't think of a better like term for it, but yeah, it was weird. And it was, and the bones were really soft, and like the muscles were very like firm and like cold, and like in the second body, the woman, the muscular woman, we could see a lot of the muscles because she was so muscular. And I didn't pick up any, I mean, I kind of, like the first body, I was kind of trying to like lift it, but it was kind of heavy. But this one guy in our class, he like lifted like a leg, and he lifted the hand, and I don't know what, it was like a couple weeks ago, and he was sick and he lost his voice, and it was like really nice actually, but because I didn't have to be annoyed by him. I mean, yeah, I don't know, like I said, it was definitely less grotesque than I imagined, but it was just really strange to see a body, like to see a human body in that form. But I mean, as I was reminded and told by the teacher and by the lady that, you know, does all this stuff with the bodies, they donate themselves, you know, they donate themselves to science and to universities to be basically picked and prodded by these students and teachers for the education of it all. So I mean, I could never imagine myself doing that. If I knew somebody who needed a kidney, I would give it to them if they needed it. But at the same time, I'd have to change my diet, and like, you know, it's just, I guess it's all personal preference. And I guess my point is that, was it what I expected? No. It was weird. It was smelly, a little bit smelly. Not bad though. Hannah, she actually thought that it would smell like, we dissected cow eyeballs a couple weeks ago in bio, and she thought it would smell like that. And I mean, it kind of did, kind of, a little less aquatic. It kind of smelled like aquatic. Not obviously, cows are not aquatic animals, but my point is it smelled like that because it was in water, so, or some kind of something. But it smelled, it was really weird, but I wouldn't say that it was as grotesque or as like disturbing as I thought it would be. It was weird, that's for sure. But at the same time, I'm happy that it wasn't as gross or disturbing as I thought it would be, because then I wouldn't have been able to touch anything or really look at stuff, and I wouldn't have had the experience. But yeah, the organs in the third body, like I said, like I saw the intestines, and like for some reason, like when I saw the intestines and like stuff, especially the intestines, it made me think of like fabric. Like it kind of looked like fabric or something, because it was like all like bunched up and everything. It was really strange to touch and see like actual like organs. Like I've never seen these kinds of things before, and it was really interesting, and it was really like just mind-blowing that we're basically just pieces of meat like all other animals, like cows, chickens, pigs. It's just crazy that we're all just like animals. So I don't know. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. If you guys have seen cadavers, let me know. If you have any thoughts on cadavers, or CSI or like Dexter kind of stuff, you know, like if you guys want me to do more videos like these kind of videos, like more science-y, humanism. Really, phone? Really? Okay. Just more stuff like this, let me know, because I mean there are other things I could talk about. Like I could talk about the cow eyeball that we dissected. If you guys want me to do another cadaver video, just like talking about this more, or talking about any of the aspects that I talked about in this video more, let me know below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it at all interesting. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos from me, because I love you guys and it's free and I love you, and I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers and I'm super close. I've never been this close in my entire life and I'm very, very happy about that. We're so close. Tell your friends, tell your family. Cereal Savio is awesome. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.